So, you just got promoted to manager. Congratulations. But here's the thing, you're now facing the single biggest shift of your entire career. And it's not about learning a few new skills, it's about a complete and total change in your identity. I mean, think about it. You got here because you were amazing at your last job, right? You were the go to person, the one who could wrestle with the gnarliest bugs or ship the most complicated features. You basically held the entire system in your head. And because you were so good at that, they gave you a promotion. It makes sense. But here's the catch. This reward comes with a hidden trap, one that almost every single new manager falls right into. What if the very things that earned you this job, your speed, your technical brilliance, that instinct to just jump in and fix things yourself, what if those are the exact things that are now preventing you from actually succeeding as a manager? It's a tough pill to swallow, but it is the absolute truth. This idea comes from Tony Wong, who spent over 2 decades coaching tech leaders, and he just nails it with this quote. You were promoted for your incredible technical skills, but you were promoted into a job that's all about people and systems. And believe me, those are two fundamentally different games. This identity crisis is what traps new managers in what Tony calls doing mode. You know the feeling. It's like you're on a treadmill, running faster and harder than ever before, but you're not actually going anywhere. Okay, let's get real for a second. Does any of this sound familiar? You're staying late, you're constantly jumping into pull requests, but your team still feels stuck. You feel like every single decision has to go through you. Your one-on-ones just feel like awkward status updates. And at the end of a 12-hour day, you are completely exhausted, but can't point to a single thing you really accomplished as a manager. This isn't failure, it's a symptom. If you don't believe me, just look at your calendar. It tells the whole story, doesn't it? It's the schedule of an individual contributor, just with a bunch more meetings bolted on top. 80% of your time is probably still on execution, the doing. You're just playing your old game with a new title, and that is completely unsustainable. It's not your job anymore. So here's the thing. You're not lazy. You're working incredibly hard, probably harder than ever. Your effort is not the problem. So what is? What's the real root cause of all this frustration? Well, the root cause isn't about skills. Based on Tony Wong's decades of coaching, the biggest hurdle isn't learning what to do. It's changing who you are. It's a fundamental shift in your professional identity. Here it is. This is the whole shift in a nutshell. As an individual contributor, your value was tangible. It was, I wrote that code or I fixed that bug. As a manager, your value is creating the conditions for other people to do their best work. Your job isn't the output anymore. It's the environment that creates the output. And when you can't make that shift, you fall right back into the doing trap. You go back to your old identity because it's comfortable, it's familiar. You become the hero who swoops in to save the day, but you're actually robbing your team of the chance to learn and grow themselves. You're creating motion, not leadership. Tony Wong sees this play out in a few classic ways. See if you recognize any of these. You've got the hero we just talked about. Then there's the technical gatekeeper, who has to review every single line of code, creating a huge bottleneck. Or maybe the buddy manager, who avoids tough feedback because they want to be liked. And of course, the meeting avoider, who just skips those awkward one-on-ones, letting problems get worse. It's okay. Most new managers see themselves in at least one of these. Okay, so that's a whole lot of what not to do. So what is the job? Let's break it down. If you were to build the role of a manager from the ground up, from first principles, what would it actually be? This is it. This is your new job description. 6 things. Your job is to 1. Create clarity on what matters. 2. Protect the team's focus. 3. Remove obstacles in their way. 4. Develop your people. 5. Make decisions. And 6. Build trust, which is the glue for all of it. And that one, develop people, is so important. Tony puts it perfectly. If your people aren't growing, your leadership isn't working. Simple as that. It's a direct measure of how well you're doing your new job. So what does this new job description actually do to your calendar? Well, it flips it completely upside down. Remember that first chart? Now look at this one. Execution, the doing, drops to 20% or less. The vast majority of your time, a full 80%, is now for communication and deep thinking. You've gone from being a doer to being an architect. Now, to really make this identity shift stick, you have to do one more thing. You have to stop keeping score with the old rules. You need a brand new scoreboard. I mean, just look at the difference here. Your old scoreboard was all about you, bugs you fixed, hours you worked. Your new scoreboard is totally different. It measures the growth of your team members, the stability of your sprints, and my personal favorite, the problems that never even happened because you were thinking ahead and cleared the way. True success is what your team achieves when you're not even in the room.
So I'll leave you with this one last question to really think about. When your team ships a huge feature or solves a massive bug and you were barely involved, does that feel like you failed? Or does it feel like you finally understood the game and you've won? That right there is the manager mindset.